Recall that democracy means voting or majority rule. It is a way of selecting leaders, an alternative to hereditary monarchy or military takeover. In a democracy, the majority may elect capitalistic leaders such as Thomas Jefferson or Margaret Thatcher, or the majority may elect socialistic leaders such as Adolf Hitler or Serbia's Slobodan Milosevic. Democracy is too often three hungry wolves and a lamb voting on what to have for dinner. Unless there are constitutional limits on the power of government which the courts enforce, democracy is often the straightest road to socialism. Democracy has been a primary goal of American foreign policy since World War I. In 1916, President Woodrow Wilson urged America to enter World War I to make the world safe for democracy. In 1940, President Franklin Roosevelt urged America to be the great arsenal of democracy. In 2000, President Clinton mistakenly praised the Founding Fathers for creating a representative democracy. President Bush has stated that the establishment of democracy in the Middle East is the purpose of the war in Iraq. The Founding Fathers did not share the opinions of Wilson, Roosevelt, Clinton, and Bush about the desirability of democracy. They feared mob rule. They limited the powers of the government and allowed only wealthy landowners who paid taxes to vote. The word democracy does not appear in the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, or the Declaration of Independence. The new government was considered a constitutional republic, not a democracy. Samuel Adams, a leader of the American Revolution, wrote, "Democracy never lasts long. It soon wastes, exhausts, and murders itself. There was never a democracy that did not commit suicide." Alexander Hamilton of New York said, "We are a republican government. Real liberty is never found in the extremes of democracy. The ancient democracies in which the people themselves deliberated never possessed one good feature of government. Their very character was tyranny." James Madison, considered the primary author of the Constitution, wrote in The Federalist, "Democracies have ever been spectacles of turbulence and contention, have ever been found incompatible with personal security or the rights of property." The Founding Fathers believed that property rights would not endure if voters could vote themselves benefits from the public treasury. Note the views of leading socialists on the merits of democracy. Karl Marx, author of the Communist Manifesto, wrote, "Democracy is a form of government that cannot long survive, for as soon as the people learn that they have a voice in the fiscal policies of the government, they will move to vote for themselves all the money in the treasury and bankrupt the nation. The first step in the revolution of the working class is to raise the proletariat to the position of ruling class, to win the battle of democracy." According to Mao Zedong, the democratic revolution is the necessary preparation for the socialist revolution, and the socialist revolution is the inevitable sequel to the democratic revolution. Mikhail Gorbachev, former Soviet leader, wrote in 1987, "According to Lenin, socialism and democracy are indivisible. We want more socialism and therefore more democracy." Individual rights and limited government are the cause of wealth and prosperity, not democracy or majority rule. It makes no sense for the United States to fight wars around the world for the principle of majority rule. We should advocate liberty and limited government. We should make the United States a shining example of a country that protects individual rights rather than trying to force foreign countries to adopt democracy at the point of a gun. The purpose of our foreign policy should be to protect the United States from attack, not to force other countries to adopt democracy, a system that socialists advocate and our Founding Fathers considered dangerous and tyrannical.